Hello. Okay. Let me turn this air conditioning down. It is hotter than a jalapeno scoochie outside. And it's toasty. And I know I'm sitting here in a jacket. I'm aware. But you already know we're going to the gym. So we're sitting outside of the gym today. But we have to get our Bible study done because gotta keep that fresh in our mind. I try my hardest. I see a lot of people say, Bible before phone, Bible before phone. My Bible is on my phone, right? I mean, obviously I have my hard copy. But I usually leave this in my Bible bag or in my war room. And I don't know why I'm saying all of this. Moral of the story is I try my hardest to read at least one scripture before I get my day started, and then I kind of jump into some other stuff, but I make it a habit to spend my intentional time in my Bible every single day. And doing this with you guys has helped me, and it's just shown me how you don't always have to have your 14,000 highlighters and different pens and your concordance and everything all open, like, to just get in the Bible and read. Like, sometimes you're outside of the gym and you need to go work out before you go to work today, and you're like, I'm gonna bring my Bible and I'm gonna study the word here in the car today. So don't make any excuses. There's no excuse. There's no, oh, well, I want to sit down and drink my tea and listen to the birds chirp at 6:45 in the morning as the sun is rising. And that's cute. That's cool. That's beautiful. That's amazing to have that goal. And that, that vibe, that aesthetically pleasing vibe you got going, like, that is amazing. But don't let you not getting that, don't let you deciding to sleep in one day keep you from still getting in the word and spending that time and yearning for that knowledge, So yeah. So hey, everybody, it is day 23. Day 23. Day 23. What? We got like a week left. I want to say the 31st is next Tuesday. We have a week left. Quick math. 23. So plus 7. Now that's 30. So 31. We got a week left. It's 8 days, but we got a week left, okay? And I am so excited. I'm so proud of all of us for making it this far. And I just can't give up now. Why? I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he brought me this far. Do what to leave me? Yeah. Okay, let me get started because I take no pre-workout. I stopped taking pre-workout. I'm just naturally like this, right? So it is May 23rd of 2023. We're doing a Proverb A day for 31 days. If you are doing the Bible plan with us, amazing. If you're not doing the Bible plan with us, amazing. Just go ahead, crack open your Bible to Proverbs. The word is the same. You just might have a different translation. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining. We're going to go ahead and get started. So, verse 1, it says, when thou sittest to eat with the ruler, consider diligently what is before thee, and put a knife to thy throat, if thou be a man given to appetite. And so I read through the Message version. I did not write a lot of the message down, but I wanted to get like a layman's term explanation for everything. And it was basically just saying, be mindful of what you eat, and act like you know. It's a short version. So 3, be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat. Labor not to be rich, cease from thine own wisdom. Without set eyes upon that which is not, for riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. And so basically, don't go so hard, don't work so hard trying to get rich, because riches can deplete, riches can go away. Work to be wealthy, because wealth is going to take you a long way. And I had this conversation a long time ago about this difference between being rich and wealthy. And just like being successful, you know, that is a personal definition. Like, my idea of success is not other people's idea of success, and I know that. Like, for me, being successful, okay, like, for me being successful, I want to be somewhere making clothes and gardening and not having to clock into a job. Like, that's my idea of success, right? So, but I know that's not, like, some people, they want to clock into work every day, and they want to do that, and they want to be able to buy all the nicest whatever, and that's what's considered success. To me, I want to learn how to make my own soaps and make my own clothes for my husband and our kids, and like that's kind of stuff I want to do. That's my definition of successful. And so, yeah, so basically, just don't work yourself ragged trying to get rich. Work for wealth. Eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainty meats. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. And so basically, a Message version was just saying, like, okay, this is CDJH version. So basically, y'all know how sometimes there are people in your life who are like, oh my goodness, it's no problem. Like, oh no, I'll do it all by myself. But then you let them do it by themselves, and the entire time they're complaining that nobody wanted to help them, right? So what they're saying is not matching like how they really feel. And that's basically what it's saying, is like, he might be saying, go out, like, eat. We got all this food, go ahead and eat. But here you are on your third plate, and they're like, no, she is not sitting here with her third plate. Like, does she not eat at home? Does she not have food, right? You know? So basically, be mindful. Don't trust it, okay? 8, the morsel which thou hast eateth shalt thou vomit up, and lose thy sweet words. Speak not in the ears of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of thy word. So basically, don't lose your voice trying to speak to people who aren't going to listen. Like, if you said it once, maybe even 2 times. Third time, they heard you. They heard what you're saying. Whether they want to apply it or not is up to them. But they heard you. They might not feel you till a couple months from now when they're like, oh my goodness, I remember when they told me to and I didn't listen, but here I am now and I should have listened, you know? But they heard what you said. Remove not the old landmark, and enter not into the fields of the fatherless, for their Redeemer is mighty. He shall plead their cause with thee. Apply thine heart unto instruction, and thine ears to the words of knowledge. Withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. Thou shalt beat him with the rod, and shall deliver his soul from hell. And so, we already know how I personally feel about that. But the Bible says, you can hit the children, okay? The Message version doesn't mean you have to, right? But the Message version was basically saying, like, if you spank them, I really think they used the word spank, but it was like, if you spank them, they're not gonna die, and you spanking them might keep them from death, actually. So yeah. 15, my son, if thine heart be wise, my heart shall rejoice, even mine. Yea, my reign shall rejoice when thy lips speak right things. Let not thine heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long. And so when I read let not thine heart envy sinners, I think of how some people have this idea of, like, being a Christian, you're not free to do whatever you want. You can't, you know, right? And what's funny is this chapter is actually called Live a Disciplined Life. And me and my best friend, we were speaking about it this morning, and I was telling her, I was like, the thing about being a believer of Jesus Christ and being a follower of Jesus Christ and having the goal every day to be Christ-like, it is a disciplined lifestyle. It's a disciplined lifestyle for so many reasons. Like, it's a multifaceted thing, because it's disciplined to follow everything, like to make sure that you are aligned with the will, that you are, you know, doing what needs to be done, you are following what needs to be said, you're loving your neighbor like you love yourself, you're loving all above else, you're not gossiping, you're not cussing people out, you're not, you know, like, it's a discipline, especially if it's something that you are used to doing, right? But it's also a discipline in the fact that you have to literally, like, be disciplined and conscious and aware enough to know when you are stepping out of the will, or when you are opening the door for things that don't need to be there. Like, if you know that something that you are working through is the spirit of anxiety, and you do everything that you need to do to cast a demon out, right? Demon gone. But the book says they're gonna try to come back in. Hey, right? And so you have to be disciplined enough that when you feel it trying to come back, to nip it in the bud right then and there. Like, you can't allow yourself, I mean, you can, but, you know, try not to allow yourself to just let anxiety win, like let anxiety mollywop you and now you down bad. Like, you have to be disciplined enough to literally sit and be like, anxiety, this is not your address. You are not welcome here. Like, God has not given me the spirit of fear, the spirit of anxiety. God has not given that to me. God gave me power, love, and a sound mind. In other translations, it is power, love, and self-discipline. So God literally gave us the ability to be disciplined as people, and being like Christ, like, for the goal to be like Christ, to be a Christian, is literally to be disciplined. But God has already given us the self-discipline. When God sent his only son to die on the cross for us, he gave us the discipline to be like Christ. That just clicked for me. Wowie wow wow. So, I don't remember where I was. Oh, I was at 17. So basically, it is understandable if you are looking out at the world and thinking, well, they can do whatever they want to do. It is understandable. That's your flesh talking a little bit. But, you know, like, it is understandable, but just be mindful that it might look like they are living free, but you as a Christian are truly living freed. You know that you're not being tied down by the bondage that they are, and by all of those things. And if there are some strongholds on your life, like, baby, what better place to go to break some strongholds than to the good book and God, okay? So, yeah. Hope that made sense. For surely there is an end, and thine expectation shall not be cut off. Hear thou, my son, and be wise, and guide thine heart in the way. Be not among wine bibbers. Yep, those are two B's. Wine bibbers, among riotous eaters of flesh. For the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags. So basically, over drinking, overeating, you're going to live a impoverished life. And because you're going to overindulge in these things. It's really funny. A lot of people who are, in my experience, from people I've talked to, from all the videos I've watched, all the stuff, all the things, right, who are having issues with money, one of the biggest places that their money goes to is food. Goes to food, or goes to, like, restaurants, entertainment, you know, going out for drinks every day, going out to a restaurant, having drinks, all this every day, every other day, right? Like, and you're trying to figure out, you know, well, why do I not have money for this, and why do I not have money for this, and because you're spending it all on food. And it tells you right here, verse, let me find her again because I lost her. 21, for the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags. So, honestly, I had to look at that for myself. I had to look at how much I was spending on food, because I am the woman who, my mama and I have this running joke. I stay at Club HEB. I literally went grocery shopping the other day, and I have to go back to Club HEB because I did not realize that I was out of milk. And I just used the last of my milk this morning, right? Well, the last of my oat milk, because I don't, you know, but nobody asked me anyway. And so, but I, like, stay at the grocery store every day, and I had to, like, I'm not even gonna say it was me. God respectfully gathered me and was like, you gotta cut this out. You cannot accomplish the things that I need you to accomplish if you're gonna keep spending like this, if you're gonna lack that self-discipline. If you're gonna lack that self-discipline, I can't take you where I need to take you. So I need you to get that together. And he's gathering me and making me disciplined in a lot of other areas of my life, for sure. But that was one of the big ones, because I will go to the grocery store every day. And it's not like I'm just going to H-E-B and buying 2 things. No. Every time I go, I'm still going to go down every single aisle. And now I've seen a snack that I can eat. Oh, and it's vegan, so I can actually eat it, right? But now I'm a label reader, and I'm looking at all this stuff, and I can't have that. That's not natural. That's not real. But we ain't got to get into that right now. But yeah. So I say all that to say, this is something that I too am working on. I'm not just sitting here telling y'all, like, this is something that I'm currently living through, right? So, verse 22, hearken unto thy father that begot thee, and despise not thy mother when she is old. Buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding. So, keep the thing on you, okay? Don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul. Don't sell yourself for what you know, from what you know is right, just so you can be in the end and you can have the things, right? Like, keep the truth, keep that wisdom, keep that instruction, keep that understanding. Like, once you have it, once you've grasped that, do not let it go, because there are going to be people out here who try to pull you away from the truth. They're going to try to pull you away from the truth, but it is your job to stay disciplined and hold on to that truth, hold on to that knowledge, hold on to that understanding. It is your job. The father of the righteous shall greatly rejoice, and he that begetteth a wise child shall have joy of him. Thy father and thy mother shall be glad, and she that bare thee shall rejoice. My son, give me thine heart, and let thine eyes observe my ways. For a whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman is a narrow pit. She also lieth in way as for a prey, and increaseth the transgressor among men. Who hath woe? Who hath sorrow? Who hath contention? Who hath babbling? Who hath wounds without cause? Who hath redness of eyes? They that tarry long at the wine, they that go to seek mixed wine. Look not thou upon the wine when it is red, when it giveth his color in the cup, when it moveth itself aright. At the last it biteth like a serpent, and stingeth like an elder. Thine eyes shall behold strange women, and thine heart shall utter perverse things. Yea, thou shalt be as he that lieth down in the midst of the sea, or as he that lieth upon the top of a mast. They have stricken thee, thou shalt thou say, and I was not sick. They have beaten me, and I felt it not. When shall I awake? I will seek it yet again. And so in the Message version, it was basically just saying, don't fall for the okie doke. Like, don't drink the cheap stuff, don't overindulge in those things. And when I was reading this just now, it reminded me of so back in the day when I used to drink, I do not feel like I was a crazy drunk or a wild drunk or any of that stuff, because I feel like I'm naturally just like that, period, which shows that I don't need any of that stuff, right? But I can literally, if y'all know me in person and y'all see the bruises and stuff I have, 9 times out of 10 I got them while I was drunk. And that's just what they remind me of. It's saying, like, who are the people who got red eyes? Who are the people over here hung over and not able to function, and like they got all these bruises and got all these scratches? That's what the book is saying, right? It's like people who's out here drunk, wilding, can't hold it together. And I wasn't like, I wouldn't be out, just tripping and stumbling and clumsy because I'm falling in love, right? Like, no, I would just be out here doing wild things, wouldn't realize it. And then, like, I literally remember I went out with one of my best friends, and I was just being me, just wild and tearing up the dance floor, right? And I get back and I look at my knee, because we're not going to talk about how I was dancing, right? Look at my knee is completely busted open. But me being me, I was like, oh wow. How did that happen, right? And obviously, I had all the people in there, like, getting me Band-Aids. I had strangers rubbing my ankles and my feet and stuff out in public. Like, no one needs to be like that. Like, yes, it wasn't a full night or anything. Like, we was chilling. Very chill night. But, yes, I say all of that to say, I really used to be out here on one. Like, I brought it down so much. And it was nobody but God. Nobody but God, okay? Because now I think, like, I don't want to be on the floor like I was back in the day, walking like a dog. Like, I don't want to go out like that no more. My palate, my tastes have changed. Right? But yeah, so basically, it's just saying, do not be out here overindulging in these things because you won't even remember things that happen. It literally, alcohol, I read it the other day, how alcohol not only affects your memory, but it does, I'm gonna butcher it, but it basically, it like shrinks your brain. This could be completely wrong, but if I can find the post, I will put a link to it in the description so you guys can read whatever it was like, because it was very informative. But basically, not only does it mess with you being able to remember stuff, alcohol is also it's one of the it's a depressant, and so it leads to like anxiety and depression. And me, I'm a believer, because when you get drunk, you're drinking these spirits, because that's what it is. That's why the liquor stores, it says wine, spirits, whatever else, right? So you're drinking these spirits, you are lowering your inhibitions, you're letting your guard down, you are lowering the veil, and you are allowing all these spirits to run in. Hey, we got one, right? And next thing you know, you do that every night, and now you sad. You big sad. You try to figure out why you big sad. I don't know what I've been doing, right? But I'm gonna just I know that when I was drinking, I was having a good time, so I'm gonna keep doing that. And you're literally not curing the situation. You're not fixing the situation. You're not even really coping with the situation. You are shrinking your brain to forget that you're sad. You are opening the door up for the spirits to come in and party and mollywop you and have you all spiritually and mentally all types of messed up. Like, you are literally, like, being inebriated, being like not of sound mind, is one of the most dangerous things, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. It is one of the most dangerous things that you can do, not only for your physical fleshly person, but for your spirit. So I don't know how we got there, but that's all I have to say today. So I hope that you guys have an absolutely amazing day. Thank you guys so much for doing this with me. It's a great day. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay up. I love y'all. Goodbye.